You know, I've always had a problem staying sharp, but that's exactly why I hang out with the best in the industry when it comes to cutting tools. And speaking of cutting tools, I'm hanging out here with Bill from Pokolm. Bill, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, Eddie. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, it's an absolute pleasure. I'm excited. We've got some awesome tools sitting here in front of us. You have some explaining to do on a couple of these because they're absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
But for lack of a better term, for individuals who are living under a rock and pay no attention to anything and aren't familiar with Pokolm, what do we need to know? What's important? And how are you impacting the industry?
Well, Pokolm is a company. We are a vertically integrated company. We manufacture all of our own tooling. We do all of our own designing. There's a lot of salespeople out there when they walk in with their little bag of cutting tools saying they got the latest and greatest technologies. The reason I joined this company is because we truly do. And we have a complete support from all of our management and our team leaders. We are never left alone out in the field when we're talking with customers. And we truly do have some really fantastic solutions for customer problems.
There you go. And speaking of customers here, so we're hanging out here at Starrag in front of this beautiful machine. We understand there's a wonderful relationship here. Why don't we talk a little bit more about that and the synergistic benefits provided with this partnership?
Partnership is a word that is used all the time in many different industries. We truly do have a partnership with Starrag. We work with them day in and day out. They help us from the machine tool aspect of programming and processing. We do the same thing from the tooling aspect, but better having a guy that actually does know what he's talking about when it comes to programming and processing. I'd like to bring in Matthew from Starrag himself.
There you go. Let's bring him on in.
What's going on, Bill?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good to see you again. How you doing? So it's great to be here with Bill on site supporting us as always. I can't speak well enough about these tools. They're phenomenal. They're workhorses, and they're something that I've never seen before. I mean, look at this Spinworks tool. That thing just rotates, constantly indexing to a fresh cutting edge every time while taking fat chips, just flinging them at the window. You know, Bill, I gotta thank you for all the support, you know, throughout the last few months and all of the support from your applications team. It's been amazing, and I'm starting to incorporate some of the unique Pokolm philosophies that are helping push this industry forward.
Thank you so much for that, Matt. I sure wish we could get you excited about something. No, working with these guys is phenomenal. We have communication back and forth all the time. Obviously, in the manufacturing industry, there's always issues that you run up against. It's really incredible experience to work with guys that have a solution and can come up with a solution. Working with guys like Matthew and the whole team here at Starrag has been incredible for our business, and I think we've been a big help to their business as well, and that's what partnerships are all about.
Well, hey, everything that Matt said, well, you could have said it better yourself, right? And that proves the value that you're bringing to not only your customers, but also your partners across the globe. So clearly a wonderful thing that's being done. And speaking of wonderful, let's talk more about all these cool things that are going on within your organization. And what more do we need to know?
Well, Matthew started us off by talking about the Spinworks, and this is truly the benchmark of our company. This is the one that catches everybody's eye. You know, we walk into a shop and show them self-rotating inserts, and everybody says, unbelievable. I can't believe it. It can't work. Those are the types of comments we get. And usually when we leave after doing a nice cutting demonstration or a prove-out in their shop, the word is, wow, that was incredible. They couldn't believe it. They bring people from other areas of the shop just to see this tool. Now, on the other hand, we compete against feed mills all the time with this tool because it's a roughing tool. We can actually go deeper and keep up with the speeds and feeds of a feed mill. We don't call this our feed mill. Our feed mill is really fast. So from a chip volume standpoint, we're outproducing our competition 15, 20, 40, 50, even 100% on chip volume.
What are any final options that you would like to express to the global audience of manufacturing today?
Well, we just talked about a roughing tool, which is the Spinworks. It is a roughing tool that gets stock out of the part. A couple of the other things we do extremely well is finishing. We have a tool here that we call our Mirror Works. It gets its name because of the mirror finish. This tool, we finish everything from aluminum to hardened D2 steel. The harder the material, the shinier, the better the finish, the better quality of finish. It was developed to help companies who wanted to eliminate grinding operations, and we're doing that all over the place because in the past, your finish, if you got a 63 micro finish, it was an extremely good finish, but it wasn't a grind finish. Now we're talking about finishes that are below 16. We have customers that have completely eliminated their grinding operations because of this tool. It is a finishing tool. It's a face mill finishing tool. We also have probably the most versatile pocket finishing tool called our SlotWorks VF, also generating those high quality surface finishes inside the part. I think when you start talking about milling applications, many of our competitors out there have different products. They have boring tools. They have drilling, tapping, slotting, sawing, those type of products in their repertoire. All of our resources go to the milling application. That's all we do. Our engineering staff, our development staff, our tech center, we only focus on the milling application when it comes to removing metal.
There you go.
One of the other things I did want to talk about real quickly, you see a whole bunch of tools on here. Some of them are shrink fit. We have solid carbide. This, to me, is one of the most impressive extension systems ever developed. It's also a patented system. Most of the time, your solid carbide extension, holding it here, you have a female thread on the extension, and then the cutter body screws into it. We developed a system that is actually kind of a shrink fit, for lack of a better term. Obviously, your extension is shrink fit into the arbor, and then we have our cutter body goes onto the male thread on our dual plug extension. And once we put that on there like that, we turn it down to a place where it stops. There's usually a big gap between the cutter body and the extension. We take the inserts and screws out of the cutter body. We warm this up. It can be done on a shrink fit system. It can be done by manually. And then once it's warmed up, obviously metal expands when you warm it up. We take a small wrench and we tighten it down against the seat on the extension. We let it cool, put the inserts back in. That is as solid as any extension I've ever seen. Now, you know, physics is physics. We can't beat physics, but we can do things that minimize their effect on the cutting application, which means we're minimizing the vibration that's caused by extending the tool away from the spindle bearings.
So much value, so much diversity that you're bringing to specific milling operations. I'm curious, like, what do you not do? Which I know is obviously a large answer, but it seems like you provide so much value. So are there any final comments you would like to make to the global audience about your wonderful company?
Well, you know, again, I took on the job as sales director here in the U.S. for our company. And I can't think of any other company I would want to work for, because what attracted me to Pokolm was technology advancement in cutting tools. So for many years, the machine tools provided the feeds and speeds, but technology and cutting tools kind of lagged behind. We're now at the forefront. We are, the term is always used, right? State of the art. It's a great sales tool and a presentation to a customer, but it's true. It's absolutely true. I think that's the cutting edge. Pardon the pun.
We appreciate all the puns here, and I'm sure all of our audience does as well.
This is just a small selection of the tooling that we have available to fit our customer needs. If you go to our website, which is pokolm.de, soon to be pokolm.com as well, will reach our website, and you'll find a variety of products that just fit your needs when it comes to metal removal with the milling application.
There we go. So you mean there's even more cutting tools than what we've already covered?
Absolutely.
Man, I don't know how much more we can fit into one conversation. But speaking of conversation, hey, Bill, this has been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
I really
Make sure y'all check
appreciate
out Pokolm.com. Soon to be here for the latest and greatest. Y'all stay sharp. We'll see you next time.